Bachelor Grant Ellis confronts Carolina, intense WTA preview. March 10, 2025. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Bachelor Nation News fans. Grant Ellis reunites with his eliminated women on tonight's Women Tell All special. A tense preview clip shows Grant Ellis confronting contestant Carolina Quixeno about her behavior during the show. You don't want to miss it. Carolina Quixeno brought the drama to Bachelor Season 29. Carolina Quixeno spent more time on The Bachelor arguing with the other women than she did spending time with Grant Ellis. It's no surprise she didn't make it to hometown dates. Now she's in the hot seat at this season's Women Tell All special. Early in the season, Carolina and Grant had an intense conversation during which she dropped a shocking accusation. She accused the Bachelor lead of not being present during their one-on-one date. In fact, she accused him of thinking of another contestant, Rose Somke. Grant Ellis denied the charge, but the situation eventually led to Rose self-eliminating and leaving the show. Carolina would be gone the next week. Her behavior that caused her elimination is a hot topic at the Women Tell All special. Carolina was annoyed during the Scotland trip when she didn't get another solo date with Grant. Instead, she was stuck on a group date where the contestants and Grant played traditional Scottish outdoor games. Feeling ignored, Carolina sat alone and watched Grant interact with the other ladies. He eventually spotted her and went to talk to her. Grant wanted to find out what was wrong and how he could fix it. He ultimately ended up sending Carolina home after the group date due to her negative attitude. The two reunite for the first time at tonight's Women Tell All. And if the preview is any indication, it's a dramatic moment you won't want to miss. Grant Ellis confronts her intense WTA preview clip. The official Bachelor social media accounts shared a preview clip of tonight's Women Tell All. The clip begins with host Jesse Palmer asking Grant where his relationship with Carolina went wrong. Grant immediately brought up the group date and noted that he could tell the vibe Carolina was giving off. He added that he was noticing who wasn't happy to be there. Carolina asked for clarification if the negativity was her sitting off by herself. Grant responded that it wasn't just that. It was her overall demeanor. Several of the other women jump in at this point to call out Carolina for her bad attitude throughout the series. The tense clip ends with an exasperated Dina Lupancu exclaiming, "I bought you another week. You were supposed to go home," as Carolina glared at her. The two contestants engaged in a social media feud that apparently is still going on. The drama at the WTA special doesn't end there. Carolina reportedly storms off the stage at some point. Is she heading to Bachelor in Paradise? Every reality show needs a villain. Carolina Quixeno could be the perfect contestant to stir up drama on Season 10 of Bachelor in Paradise. The season hasn't started filming yet. So far, only 2 of Gen Trans contestants have been officially named as part of the cast. What do you think about Grant and Carolina's confrontation at the Women Tell All? Do you think they will resolve it during tonight's upcoming Women Tell All WTA special of The Bachelor promises to be the most dramatic yet, as Grant Ellis finally comes face-to-face with Carolina, the woman who shattered his trust and left fans reeling. In an exclusive preview, tensions reach a boiling point as Grant delivers a scathing confrontation, accusing Carolina of playing him for the cameras. What really went down? Was Carolina in it for love, or was this all just a game? Buckle up, because we're breaking down the most jaw-dropping moments from the WTA special. The betrayal that shook The Bachelor. Fans were left in shock when Carolina, one of Grant's frontrunners, was exposed for allegedly leading a double life. Throughout the season, she appeared to be a sweet, sincere contestant vying for Grant's heart. But behind the scenes, whispers of secret meetings with an ex-boyfriend and rumors of her manipulating the process for fame quickly spread. Carolina vehemently denied the accusations during the season, but the WTA preview suggests Grant isn't buying it. I trusted you, Carolina. I defended you when the other women warned me, Grant says in a clip, his face contorted with frustration. And you made a fool out of me. Carolina, visibly uncomfortable, attempts to respond, but before she can say much, another contestant, Vanessa, interjects. You used all of us, she says, her voice shaking with anger. You were here for love. You were here for exposure. Contestants turn on Carolina. While drama is expected at every WTA, rarely do we see an entire cast gang up on one person. But in this case, it seems Carolina has no allies in the room. Several women step in, sharing their own experiences of feeling deceived by her. Natalie, who was eliminated in week 5, claims Carolina laughed behind the scenes about how easy it was to manipulate Grant. She said, and I quote, "Men will believe whatever you tell them if you say it with tears in your eyes," Natalie reveals, causing gasps from the audience. Carolina, growing defensive, fires back. That's not true. You're twisting my words, she insists. Yes, I had a past before the show, but who doesn't? I was fully committed to Grant. But Grant isn't having it. Then explain the texts, he snaps, referring to the leaked screenshots of messages between Carolina and her alleged ex-boyfriend. The messages, which surfaced just days before the WTA taping, suggest that Carolina never intended to be with Grant long-term and was still in touch with her ex throughout filming. Carolina's weak defense falls apart. Under intense pressure, Carolina struggles to provide a convincing explanation. I don't owe anyone an explanation about my personal life outside the show, she says, her voice faltering. This was a unique experience, and I had feelings for Grant. Grant shakes his head in disbelief. Feelings? Then why did you tell your ex that you were just playing along and that you'd be back home soon? He questions, reading another alleged text aloud. The audience audibly reacts, with some shouting, "Busted." The other women erupt again, demanding answers. Carolina, outnumbered and overwhelmed, finally bursts into tears. I didn't mean for it to happen like this, she sobs. I got caught up in everything. Host's intervention and the audience's reaction. Host Jesse Palmer steps in, attempting to calm the storm, but it's clear that Carolina's reputation has been destroyed. Carolina, do you have anything you'd like to say to Grant? Jesse asks, giving her one final opportunity to explain herself. Carolina, wiping away tears, looks at Grant. I'm sorry if I hurt you, she says softly. I never meant to. I did have feelings for you. Grant sighs, his disappointment evident. I don't think I'll ever know what was real with you, he responds. And that's the saddest part. The audience is firmly on Grant's side, erupting in applause and chanting his name. Carolina, still in tears, shakes her head and mutters, "This is ridiculous," before walking off the stage. What happens next for Grant Ellis? With Carolina out of the picture, Grant's journey toward love continues. While fans now have closure on one of the season's biggest controversies, the finale is still ahead. Will Grant find true love, or will more heartbreak be in store? For now, the Bachelor fans can't wait to see how the rest of the WTA unfolds. One thing's for sure, this is one reunion special no one will forget. Stay tuned for the full Women Tell All episode airing next week.